I just wanted to say hi to everybody and say how great it is to be back in my hometown. and to be here at the 92nd Street Y, where I've been here a couple of times before, and I absolutely love it. I don't like the curtains, but I like everything else. But you know what? I'm not comfortable just speaking by myself like this, one on 1,000. So if it's okay, I want to bring out two of the people who make the show what it is. And they've been with me from the very beginning, from PBS days. Who watched a PBS show? Yes, New Yorkers. My mother used to say, I didn't see it in the Channel 13 guide this week. But these two guys, if you like the show at all, it's really because of them. It's our director, John Bedolis, and my brother, Richard Rosenthal. Come out, boys. Find a way to get out here. Yay, that's Richard. Look, they like you. They like you. They like you too. They like you. Isn't this nice?
Can we sit?
Richard, have you ever seen the people?
No, I can't see anybody.
No? Can we have chairs out here? Is that possible?
Or we can just sit.
You know what's sad? They all went home.
Just sit here.
I'll sit on the floor.
I'll sit here.
I'm not proud.
You got it? Hey.
Well, isn't this cozy? We're going to do Judy Garland, Born in a Trunk, in Pocatello, Idaho. Who knows that musical comedy reference? Really? Nobody in New York? Wow. Okay.
Are the lights always like
Were you at the Tonys? All right, people, we could talk a little bit, but I think it's best to just get the questions from you, I think, right? Unless, Richard, you want to talk about how you ruined the show.
No. I did ruin this one, though.
No, that was my favorite part. Was that your favorite part? This episode is, we wanted to pick an episode that was physically beautiful, like John, who shoots the episodes, and they're so gorgeous. And this one was really, I thought, beautiful, the way Kyoto was or Venice was. And I knew we were watching on a big screen, so I wanted you to see that. But tomorrow you'll see, what do we have for them? Amsterdam.
Tbilisi, Georgia.
Tbilisi in the former Soviet Georgia, where wine was invented 7,000 years ago. Yeah, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and that was fantastic there. We went to Australia. You'll see that, Sydney and Adelaide, and you'll see Manila in the Philippines, and you'll see two American cities, Boston, yes, and Las Vegas, Nevada, which is absolutely fascinating and not what you're expecting, although Richard did make me join Cirque du Soleil. Yes, and then we went to Guatemala, which is fantastic. Guatemalans here? I love you. And this one, San Sebastian, Basque Country, which is, I think you can see, one of the great food capitals of the world. All right, enough from me. Let's hear from you. Turn on the lights like Carol Burnett. Can we turn them on? Oh. Excellent. Hi, people. Very beautiful. Hi.
I liked it better the other way.
You liked it better in the dark? So there was someone who couldn't wait and yelled over there. Who yelled at me? How old are you? 4 years old. 4 years old. This kid doesn't need a mic. And what's your name?
Nate.
Nate is a very good name. Do you live in New York?
Yes.
Is that your mom?
Yeah.
He's not answering, ma'am. Nate, what was your question, buddy?
What's your favorite food?
I have a feeling our foods might be similar. What's your favorite?
Chicken.
Chicken.
Chicken. Roast
Chicken is this.
I love roast chicken. I think that would be on the dish of my last meal. What do you think of that? Who makes a good roast chicken?
Thanks.
Where do you like chicken? Where do you eat it? Does your mom make a good roast chicken?
Do you like chicken?
Very little
What kind
follow-up.
of chicken do you like?
Blink if you're sending me a message.
Chicken nuggets.
Nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
I'll just translate.
That's one of the best parts of the chicken is the nugget. Nate, I hope you eat your different parts of the chicken and you grow up to be big and strong like me.
Thank you, Phil.
What do you say? What was
Thank
the
you,
last
sir.
thing?
That I didn't get.
All right.
That I did not get.
Yes. John, you want to pick a person? You're a director.
Gee whiz, how about this nice woman right here?
Yes. All right, we have Mike, so yeah.
So I was a New York City teacher, so I probably can project. And survived. First of all, thank you for all the hours of love and laughter and getting us through some really dark times, and we really appreciate and love all of you. And my question is, when are we going to get a Max and Helen diner here in the best city in the world?
Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, first I gotta see if I can get it open in LA. You know, it's not, cities are very tough with the permits and everything. And we were supposed to be open in November, and now we'll be lucky if we open by the end of July. So I gotta, listen, you've heard of out-of-town tryouts? You can consider LA that, okay? I would love to have it here. I'd love to have them everywhere. I think diners are very important, don't you? And you still have some here, but they're disappearing in America. And with them maybe a sense of community, because that's where communities gather. And if we lose our sense of community, maybe we lose the country. Maybe. But don't worry, I'm going to fix everything with my diner. How about this young man? Yes. Hi.
First of all, thank you for everything you do.
Oh, you're welcome.
I've been watching your show for years. We just went to San Francisco. And
Yes.
Took one of your recommendations.
Which one?
At Swan Oyster Depot.
Swan Oyster Depot.
Blew my mind, by the way.
Mine too. It's great.
I'm going to Boston on Thursday for 36 hours.
Yes.
With Boston being in the season, if there's one place that's the don't miss place.
Sarma.
Sarma's very
I
good.
think Sarma.
La Royale.
La Royale is very good. And
Neptune oyster.
what about Neptune,
Neptune
oyster?
oyster.
If you liked,
Comfort Kitchen.
Galley Diner.
Galley Diner.
you'll
Great
see them
diner.
all tomorrow.
I'm going to watch Boston.
Yeah, you can see it tomorrow. What are you bothering
blew the-
me
we
for?
just
I
blew
can't
the
wait
whole
one
show.
day.
That was every place we went.
Yes, Boston's a great food town. It is. I know we have sports rivalries, but it's great. Yes, yes. Richard, pick a person. You're on, man.
You were in my.
All right. First of all, oh my goodness, I've seen you since the days of, I'll have what was it? I'll have what Richard's having. Yeah, that one. I'm just joshing.
Richard, did you write that for him?
I could have said I'll have what Lydia's having for all the real ones in the audience. I've been seeing her name since No Reservations and the Cook's Tour and the Layover, but
It's not open mic night.
Yeah. But yes, what after all these years, what made you decide to wait 8 seasons and then land on Manila only in season 8?
And land on what?
In Manila.
Oh, why did
Why
I
did we
wait
wait?
8 seasons? Listen, we only get we started with 6 episodes a season, then it was 5 for a while, right? Now it's up to 8, and it's over years.
I mean, big.
It's a big world, so we get to it when we get to it. We've only done 50 shows, right? There's 192 countries. Yeah, and we need help from tourism boards to help us make the show, and so it all has to work out. It's very complicated. But, listen, we got there.
We love
I think you'll like it. You're
Okay.
bringing a piece of Manila to me?
Yes.
Does Manila know?
And admittedly, some other parts of the Philippines, but that's another thing entirely.
You're coming here? Security.
Well, I wish to. What did they say? Fortune favors the bold, right? And so I'm trying to take my fortune. But yes, this is for the team, and of course, Phil and Monica and Ben and Richard.
You know all the family names. Security.
I'm
Wow.
not going to do it.
Who knows what this is? Filipinos?
There you are.
Isabelita.
My friend Isabelita's here. She knows. This is
Yeah, fun fact about
boy
Oh, yeah.
bawang cornic.
Yep.
Not just any flavor, garlic flavor. I love garlic. All right, thank you, my friend.
Don't
Nice
go.
to meet you.
Before I go, if you don't mind me, not to toot my own horn, but this has been a product of our family's own bake shop and restaurant that we've run since for generations.
And what's it called?
The Aristocrat. The Aristocrat. Remember that. It got eater indoors.
Tell that
Eater
story.
indoors.
I remember that joke.
Yeah.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
We love the Philippines. Let's take a moment to thank everybody here who works on Somebody Feed Phil. Could you stand up for a second?
So, Ryan, Michael, Emily, Henry.
I got a card. Please repeat audience questions if they don't say it into the mic. Thank you. All right. I think because they're recording or something. Yes.
You pick.
This young lady right here. She's holding a Somebody Feed Phil the book, so I like her right away. Wait, take the mic.
Andrew.
Where's the mic? It's right here. Here we go.
Me and my mom came in from Philly.
Love it.
I'm on. Also, before I say my question, my father's name is Richard. So whenever Richard comes on, I'm like, Mom, Dad. I'm on the autism spectrum, and unlike most, not that everyone on the spectrum is similar, but unlike most, I'm a very much foodie, and one of my special interests, I have an addiction to bucket lists, so my bucket list is like 5,000 items long. It's a problem. So I really like watching your show, and I find some of my places on the site called Atlas Obscura. Don't worry, they did not ask me to sponsor this. I just love the site. So I was wondering, besides locals, how do you find where you're like going? Like, where do you get the places to go?
Okay. Yeah. Well, first thing I do is Google best places to eat San Sebastian, right? And then I look not just at one item, I look at all the different sources. You never go by just one review because it could be the owner of the restaurant, right? So you go by many different reviews, and then I have something that maybe you don't have, which is a great production company here in New York. And they used to be Anthony Bourdain's production company, right? So they have fixers all over the world. So I get advice from all the people, right? And Richard and John, they go through everything, and Ryan goes through everything and picks the best itinerary for us. Is that about right?
Yeah, and we have local fixers who then, we throw things at and make sure that, it's still good or something new that we didn't think about and stuff like that. But no one enjoys doing research more than Ryan. I've never, no one.
That's so cool. I'm sorry. I'm just.
Atlas Obscura, very good.
I love the one episode. Sorry, I don't mean to take the mic up too much. I love the one episode. I forget because I've watched so many. Where it was like we found the place off camera and then went back.
That's
on
my
camera.
favorite thing.
It was that.
That's my favorite thing, is where we leave room in the schedule. We never overplan. And when you go on vacation, you shouldn't overplan everything either, no matter what Ryan says. You want to have room in the schedule for stuff to happen. That's the best part. And that's my favorite stuff in the show. Even when we went to Echebari, nobody knew that I was going to bring my brother into this scene. I told John, it's a surprise. I want to make it a surprise, but nobody else. And so then we surprised him, and wasn't that good?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I kept asking him who is he going to bring, and he kept pushing it off, and I was getting a little suspicious. But then when we got there, you were.
I looked very happy to
You
eat by
did,
myself.
yeah. You were like, we did a couple of beats even before what you see there, and he never. And I thought, oh, he's either going to bring in the Muhammad, who was the front of house, or he was just going to eat by himself. Because if you would have brought in like John, I would have been That would have been over. That would have been it.
Well, thank you, dear. Thank you so much. Yes, how about that young lady right there? Yeah.
Hi, my name is Sunny. I just want to say congratulations on a great episode. It was awesome.
Sunny, did I meet you earlier
Yes,
today?
you did meet me this
morning. Sunny
morning.
is an intern at NBC.
Yes, I am.
I did New York Live today, and Sunny showed me where to go.
Yes, I did.
And you were very sunny.
Thank you. Thank you for remembering. So my question is, you've been so many different places, you've met so many different people, and every dish seems to be unique in its own way. But what would you say is similar between everyone? What do people share? What do these chefs and dishes seem to have in common, if there is anything?
Well, there's a passion. A great chef has passion for what they do. Look at these guys, right, in the show we just saw. They literally work all day and then all night. And then after service, they want to cook for each other because they love it. It's like musicians, They have the gig, like Prince would play for 4 hours and then he'd go home and change and then do the late night gig. And then after that, he'd go at 3 in the morning and do another gig and people were coming out at 6 in the morning. That's like love of what they do. And that's what makes them great. So that's what I find is the commonality.
Yeah, definitely. And you can tell you have that passion as well, so.
Well, I do, but I don't do what they do. I just eat.
Yeah, you do.
But I'll tell you something. I'm a tourist, right?
Yeah.
I'm even proudly a tourist. I'm not an expert. I'm not Bourdain. I'm not, Andrew Zimmern. I'm not someone who's an expert in all this stuff. You know the way I sold the show, right? I said to Netflix, they said, what is this show? I said, I'm exactly like Anthony Bourdain if he was afraid of everything. And they understood who I was. I thought there'd be a lot of people who look at Bourdain and go, wow, he's amazing. Never doing that. No, I'm not going to a place where there's war going on. I'm not going to a place where, like Borneo where they painted nails into his chest when they were all drunk and made a tattoo on his chest. That's not me.
Wait till season 9.
Oh, God. So I thought, but maybe there's a show for people who sit on the couch and look at a schlemiel like this and go, if that putz can go outside, maybe I can too.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Thank you, Sonny.
Of course.
You're
and
a delight.
I do have one more question, if that's okay.
Nope.
No?
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Okay, well, there's no other way to really say this, but you do eat a lot. So what do you do to prepare for, I guess, before or after eating all
You're
this?
so polite. I had a 5-year-old girl ask me in Washington, D.C., she got up to the mic and she said, may I ask you a question? I said, yes, dear, what is it? She said, how come you're not fat? And I'll tell you what I told
I mean, I know it would hurt my stomach.
Yes, I understand. But you know how they make a dog food commercial?
No.
They don't feed the dog until the commercial.
Good to know.
So I'm the dog, and I don't eat until that scene. And it looks like I eat a lot. I guess I do. But what you're seeing is we film for a week in each location, okay? A week. So there's 1 or 2 food scenes a day. And I don't eat until the scene. So if it looks like I'm really excited to eat, it's because I'm hungry.
Makes sense. Thank you.
And then, if you'll notice, I don't finish anything. I share with everybody.
We do.
Yes. Richard just grabs when he wants. He takes it. But everyone else, it's very important to feed your crew. And because usually I'm eating the most delicious thing in the world that I look up and the whole crew is looking at me like this. And let me tell you something else. It's only good if you can share it.
Definitely.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Great.
Sonny, everybody. Yes, Richard.
Little boy up there.
A little boy. Let's talk to a little boy.
Not so little.
Not so little, big boy.
Hi, my name is Benny. My question is, what was your favorite episode to film?
Oh, that's a very good question. I like I like so many. Do you have a favorite of our episodes? I'm just wondering.
I liked Bangkok.
You like Bangkok? Why? Why did you like Bangkok?
I want to go and try the food. It looks
You want to go try the food? Listen, some of the food there, you have very good taste. I was just saying yesterday, that's one of the best food cities I've ever been to. How about that crab omelet from J5? You remember that? The guy that people get excited. That was amazing. John, what was your favorite episode to do?
Wow. I loved Kyoto.
Beautiful, beautiful. One of my favorites ever. There's something magical about. Have you been there?
No.
Who's been to Kyoto? You know what I'm talking about, right?
A lot of people.
Serenely beautiful. I hope you get there one day. But I hope you get to Bangkok too.
Thank you.
And I hope you have cow soy. Cow soy was in that episode too, right? And I hope you get to play with the elephants. And I hope one of them doesn't swat you in the back of the head with their tail. Hey, nice to meet you, my friend.
Nice to meet you too.
Can I?
John, pick a person. It's too heartbreaking for me to...
Let's go way back in the back there.
In the way back. Hold on. Mike is coming to... Look, she's running. Wow. It's like the Olympics.
Oh my God, I can't cough.
So, Phil, I saw you in Dublin 2 months ago, and now I'm here, and I was on my 30 by 30 trip, so I was getting my 30th country. Do you know how many countries you've been to? Both, either on the show or in total?
I'm going to say about 60.
Wow.
Yeah, but there's 192. We've only scratched the surface of the earth, right? It's a big world. Somebody's got to eat it.
And how many continents?
How many continents? All the continents.
Except not all of them.
Except where?
Antarctica.
All right, Antarctica. Anybody been to Antarctica? Oh, shut up.
I guess you know where to go season 9 now.
How's the food there?
We look for a place that has a good food scene.
I know this from Alice Obscure. A bunch of the camps have foods, different specialties.
Really?
Let's go.
Sorry, I just had to say that because
I'm glad you did. She
whale
says a
blubber.
lot of the camps have different specialties.
All right.
All different kinds of penguin. Yes, there's a girl right there. Yes, I see you, dear.
Hi, my name is Sloan, and my question is, what made you want to start Somebody Feed Phil?
Oh, that's so nice. That's a nice question. Well, you know, I worked in sitcoms for a while, and I did a show called Everybody Loves Raymond. You know that show? And when that was over, I needed to have another job. So I tried to write a sitcom. Nobody wanted it. Another one. And then I wrote another one. Nobody wanted it. And then I thought, how about this travel show idea? I would love to do that. And it took me 10 years to make that dream come true. But what the lesson was that if you make something a priority in your life, meaning you make it very, very important to you, and you work at it all the time, you won't stop until you do it. And that's what I did. And now look at me, I'm at that 92nd Street Y with you.
Can I just say, Benny and Sloane's dad,
Yes.
and for Father's Day,
Yes.
they bought tickets to the
Oh,
show. And
that's
so
pretty
I just
nice.
want to say thank you for sharing your values with the world. We appreciate it.
oh, bless you. Thank you. What a nice family you have. That's great. John, you want to pick?
How about right here?
Right here, you're right here.
We'll just stare at you.
She needs a mic. Yeah, but just so everyone can hear
Yeah,
you.
we can hear you.
And they're recording this for posterity.
Thank you for sitting right in front of me. For everyone else, my name is Rachel, and my mom couldn't be here tonight, but she's who really got me into your show, and
Nice.
we love watching it together. So this question is from her. I texted her and I said, "What question do you want me to ask Phil?"
Yeah.
So speaking of being scared of everything, is there something that for the show you ate that you just could not swallow, hated it? And my question is, do you have any funny stories of something going wrong while you were filming that you couldn't put on the show?
People say it looks like I like everything.
It does.
I like everything I put in the show.
Even the ants.
Sometimes there's something so hilariously bad that Richard puts it in. And we never, though, want to disparage a chef, right? It's always about the ingredient, like a cow's udder taco in Mexico City.
Saw that one.
Did not appreciate it.
I went to Mexico City right after, so
You didn't have that.
I knew it too.
There was something I couldn't put my finger on. What is wrong with this taco? And it turns out the flavor in the udder was bad milk. You're welcome. That was unpleasant. Puree in Santiago, Chile, did not enjoy it because I found out after I ate it that this sea creature is very rich in iodine. So it's like I drank a bottle of iodine. Yes, you're welcome. And then...
Pulque?
Oh, that's not good.
No.
But people like it. You can't, I mean, there's cultures. You don't want to insult, God forbid. I would, listen, we were in Oaxaca, and we're having this fantastic dinner, and the chef is making all these great things, and I heard that the specialty at this restaurant is iguana. And I say to my scene partner, you heard about iguana here? And she says, yes. You going to have iguana? I don't want iguana. Do you want iguana? And the chef is standing right there. She comes over. She goes, oh, you'd like iguana? I said, uh-oh. And she says, it's right here. And she points to this bowl on the side with a half-cooked iguana. It's been blackened already. And it's an iguana. It's like this big with the tail and the body and the face. Right? And I'm going to pass out. I'm not Mr. Zimmern. I'm not going for the weird, wacky things, right? I've eaten the occasional bug, and that's bad enough. But iguana, she says, if you do want it, it'll be another half hour to prepare. And I said, oh, look at the time. And then she said, oh, if you don't have time for that, this is all true, and it's actually all in the show. She said, how about this? And she reaches under the counter, and she pulls out a bowl of moving, living beetles. And again, I don't want to insult anybody's culture or disparage anyone or, God forbid, insult anyone. But what flew out of my mouth at that moment was, oh, no, and I ran away. Yes. So there are bloopers in the show. They're just all in the show. Yeah. Who else? Yes. Yes, right here. This young lady right here. You don't have to run very far. Thank you.
Hi. Have you considered doing an episode where people you've met from other countries come to visit places you enjoy?
Nope.
I thought maybe doing it in reverse would be
But
interesting.
that's a nice
good idea.
So like I feed somebody? That's what I'm doing with the diner. No, I want to do that. I have ideas for such a thing. I really do. Yeah. Yeah. Again, only good if you can share it. Yes, sir. You, yeah. Oh, you're looking for the mic. You're smart.
Hi, my name is Andrew. I'm from Flushing, Queens, which you know is quite the food mecca.
Yeah.
Amazing Chinese food, yeah.
Yes, this is my mom, Zoila.
Hi.
I'm following your shows very good. My son teach me, and he says, listen, I have a short story. 6 months ago, I didn't go out from home because I have surgery. And my son say, Mom, do you want to go to see Phil? I say, oh, of course, I want to go. And he said, are you sure? I say, yes. This is why I'm here.
Oh.
So nice.
I love that story.
She's originally from Guatemala, and so we were so excited to see that you were going to be in season 8. So what did you learn about Guatemala? First question. And second question, which dish that you tried or that you had best represents Guatemala?
Wow. Okay, I'm going to need help remembering.
I know.
But I I love Antigua. I think it's so beautiful. It's a town, it's a little like the Oaxaca of
very much.
Guatemala. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. There are 37 volcanoes in Guatemala, so the volcanic soil is very rich. The way you get San Marzano tomatoes from Italy because of the volcanic soil. So imagine 37 volcanoes feeding the soil in Guatemala. So everything they grow there, coffee, amazing. Chocolate, it's the birthplace of chocolate. Corn, this is my favorite thing. I'm glad I remember. In Antigua, there's young ladies who have rediscovered their heritage, the heirloom corn varieties. 8 or 12 different varieties, right? All different colors like the rainbow. You walk in and the puffy tortillas, not like tortillas in Mexico, little puffier, all stacked up that look like all the hats in that children's book, right? All the caps. And they're so beautiful. And then breakfast comes on these tortillas, eggs, right? And other things, and sauces, and it's beautiful. It's one of the most delicious things I've ever had in my life. When you just see the tortillas, you want to go to Guatemala.
Yes.
So that's my favorite thing.
Awesome.
Thank you. John?
How about right here?
You and then you.
Next.
Yes, you'll be next.
Hi, I'm Natalie. It's really great to meet you all. We've loved watching the show. My parents in Pennsylvania made me promise to say hi, so hi, Phil, from my parents. My question is, a really fun moment in the show that I always love is the joke for Max. So tonight, do you have a joke for Max that you could tell to us?
Yes, I'm going to tell you a joke that he would have loved, and you'll see it if you can wait till tomorrow. You'll see it tomorrow from Andy Kindler. Andy Kindler is one of the great comedians, and yes, I agree. And he told this joke. You'll see it tomorrow, but I'll do it. Very cheap old lady, very stingy. Her husband dies, and she has to put a notice in the obituaries in the local paper. So she calls the local paper and she says, how much is it? And the man says, it's $5 a word, ma'am. And she says, oh. All right, put this in. Saul died. And he says, ma'am, I'm sorry, but there's a 5-word minimum. And she says, oh. All right, put this in. Saul died, Volvo for sale. Andy Kindler.
Really good.
Very good. Very good. You know, my dad was super funny. I owe everything to him. We both owe everything to him and his sense of humor. I'll tell you why. Because my mom was on a date with somebody in the 50s, and she went to a club on amateur night in New Jersey. And she was on a date with a fella, and it was amateur night, and people get up, they play musical instruments, and then the skinny little boy who worked as a tailor in the garment district with his father, he got up and told old Jewish jokes. And my mother thought he was hysterical. She liked him much better than the date she was on. And I have to tell you that when you think about it, if he's not funny that night, we're not here. So we owe everything to his sense of humor and her sense of humor appreciating it, right? So we owe everything to Max and Helen. What do you think? 2 more? How's the staff? Are they saying enough with me already?
I don't know.
All right, I'll keep going if you will.
We can do the one behind her.
Yes, we promised you. Yes.
Hi, Phil. Similar to Rachel up there, my sister got myself and my family very, very deeply into your show, and so I also texted her because she couldn't be here tonight for a question. So if you don't mind, I'll read it.
Okay.
Food is such a special way to understand and connect with another country's people and culture. How, if at all, has eating the food of so many different countries allowed you to connect with other cultures? What have you learned from that connection? And is there one culture in particular that you felt most connected to?
Wow.
Sorry.
John?
She's a lawyer.
John. Wow, that's a good one. It's complicated. But I actually do have an answer. Vietnam.
Oh, great answer.
Because going to Vietnam as Americans and as kids who grew up in the 60s was a kind of heavy thing. And we got there, and I didn't know what to expect. I don't think these guys knew what to expect. And they gave us this incredible food, and they taught us an amazing lesson, which was they don't equate necessarily the people of a country with their government. And it was a real good lesson.
Let's hope the rest of the world feels this way. But I'll tell you one thing that I've learned in all my journeys. Most people around the world are so much better than their governments. Yeah. We have to remember. What country did you feel that you felt the most connection with Vietnam, do you think? Because that was the second part of that question.
Because you should probably say Tel Aviv.
Yeah, I mean, because of that, that was really strong. And also a surprising one for me was Ireland. I didn't expect it, but the people were just so beautiful and welcoming. And, didn't expect the food to be great, but it was because, as you often say these days, places have become globalized to a certain extent, but you also learn, the history, like during the potato famine, a lot of them survived by eating seaweed, which is what they had. And we had an incredible seaweed dish that was cooked by a Japanese chef, and it was seaweed tempura. And so this history met this this new iteration of it, and with the beautiful people and everything, it was just a really rich experience.
I didn't care for it, but no, honestly, I feel connected every time we do the show. I feel connected to the people. I think you could see that. I'm just so thrilled to be welcomed anywhere. It's such a privilege. I'm so lucky. I'm the luckiest guy you're ever going to see. That's what I believe. And so I carry that with me to every country and every place I go. The great thing about travel is it changes your perspective on life. You all seem very nice. You're exactly the type of people that should be traveling, because we need to be exporting nice right now. Right? So you... And so you represent not just you, not your family, not your town, your state, your country. After a while, you start representing the world. You're a citizen of the world if you travel a little bit even. And then what you get back is so invaluable. It changes your perspective on life. It's the most mind-expanding thing we can do in life. And I want you to go while everything still works. While you can still get up the hill to see the nice view, right? Pretty soon it's going to be called Somebody Push Phil. That'll be Richard's job.
All right.
Thank you. All right, just a couple more, but then we should let you go to bed, right? Richard, pick up two more, my friend is saying. Okay,
right
good.
Hi, I was just wondering, out of all the places that you visited, where's one place that you would love to live, at least for a few months? And also, do you have any late night food recommendations?
Ooh, late night. You should have asked me that 25 years ago. Let's see. There's so many places that I actually have thought about where I could live. Right now, Canada. I'm not kidding. I was just in Banff in Alberta, Canada. Who's been to Banff? Come on. That's pretty beautiful. I was just there last week for the first time. Gorgeous. I love Italy. I have this affinity for Italy. I love Italy. I love London. I love Spain. I love Kyoto and Japan. Japan is so exquisite. Lisbon, pretty good. More people have told us they go to Lisbon from seeing the show. Who traveled to Lisbon after seeing that episode? Is that crazy?
It's nice.
It's so nice. So there's a lot. There's a lot of places. There's a lot of places. But I do love my home. I do. I love America. Not giving up.
Thank you.
One more. Who's going to be the lucky? Oh, this young man right here. Yes, we started with a young person. We'll end with a very old person. How old are you?
I'm 11.
See? What's your name?
Jasper.
Excellent name. I'm Phil.
Do you have a favorite restaurant in New York?
Oh! Trying to start a fight?
You got Helen right there. You better say.
Oh, there's Helen. Oh, you know what? I might be eating with Helen tomorrow, if she'll have me. Absolutely.
Saigon Social.
Saigon Social, everybody. That's a great restaurant. Absolutely delicious downtown. I also happen to love, and I always have for a very long time, before Saigon Social was open, so you won't mind me saying, Peter Luger's. That's, for me, have you ever been there? Jasper, you like steak? Get your folks to take you to Peter Luger's. It's birthday good. Ladies and gentlemen, I've loved being with you. Thank you so much for coming out. Stand up for the people.
You stand up.
Richard and John, lots of love to you. Bless you. We'll see you soon. Take your goodies. All right. How do we get out of here? All right.